Super cute critters can't be bad news. Challenge accepted. Welcome to Bad Discoveries. In this week's episode, gay penguin egg napping begins an exploration of animal survival and ethics. Can humans even understand animal thinking and morality? Stick around to find out. A pair of male penguin life partners in a Dutch zoo have kidnapped an egg from an opposite-sex penguin couple and are attempting to hatch it. The nearby opposite-sex penguin couple have produced another egg to replace the stolen one, while the male couple, who our sound engineer has dubbed Donnie and Clyde, take turns warming their purloined treasure. This isn't an isolated incident of same-sex penguin couples trying to have kids together. Earlier this year, a similar couple at a zoo in Berlin tried to hatch a stone and a dead fish before zoo officials gave them an egg to hatch. Gay penguin couples have successfully fostered eggs in New York and Australia in 2004 and 2018. So if this couple succeeds, it will add Europe to the map, after the Berlin egg proved to have been unfertilized. At the time of this recording, the parental fate of our Dutch penguins is as yet unknown, because we currently have no way to know whether the egg they snatched had been fertilized. Fingers crossed. Male swan couples are also known to mate with a female and then run her off to hatch the eggs on their own, as well as to drive opposite-sex couples from their nests and adopt their eggs. Animal-on-animal crime is nothing new, of course, nor is same-sex coupling, having been documented in more than 130 bird species, over 450 different vertebrate species, and as many as thousands of total species. Bonobos, the closest living relative to humans, are almost all bisexual. Macaques also engage in same-sex behavior with some regularity, with females preferring serial monogamy and males engaging in the equivalent of one-night stand behavior. Giraffes also exhibit bisexual behavior, with some seemingly preferring same-sex over opposite-sex partners in general. Dolphins seem to go back and forth between bi and gay behavior. And among male American bison, same-sex mating behavior is actually more common than opposite-sex due to female mating patterns. The list really does go on and on, with many animals mainly or only engaging in opposite-sex behavior during mating, living essentially gay lifestyles for much of their lives. In the November 2019 issue of the journal Nature, Ecology, and Evolution, Yale researchers assert that our understanding of same-sex behavior among animals has been held back due to the bias of imposing human cultural concepts, such as aberrant behavior inconsistent with evolutionary advantage. Have humans similarly failed to understand animal ethical behavior in general? Setting aside more unsettling examples for just a moment, how much does human bias interfere with our understanding of behavior such as the penguin egg snatching? Available scientific data doesn't support a causal connection between animal alternative lifestyles and animal behavior that would be considered criminal or at least highly objectionable if a human did it. Some scientists, such as biochemist and animal biologist Liz Bonin, note that unsettling animal behavior almost always turns out to serve some purpose, that there is little inherently bad behavior in animals. In an interview with Science Focus, she provides examples such as bonobos using sexual promiscuity to promote peace, and cruel-seeming hyena behavior that increases the likelihood of stronger pups surviving when resources are scarce. But is nature ever just unnatural? Some animal behavior is so alien to at least modern sensibilities that it can seem difficult to justify even in a survival of the fittest context, at least on the surface. Let's look at some examples of animal behavior and see if we can justify them. Otters, the way they swim around, hold hands while they sleep to keep from drifting apart. How could something this adorable make the list? Well, sea otters have to eat 1/4 of their body weight every day. So when things get tough, a male may take a female's pups hostage until she pays sufficient ransom in food. This seems to at least check the survival box, so we'll let it slide. Sea otters also rape baby seals to death. Wait, what? That's right. The seal pup's head will be held underwater for an hour and a half while it is raped until dead. And sometimes the corpse is kept around for a week and repeatedly used again in the same manner. What purpose does this serve? Now, dolphins. Flipper can't be bad, right? How about bottlenose dolphins ganging up on an individual porpoise, sandwiching it between them, hurtling it into the air and pummeling it, breaking bones and causing various other injuries? The porpoise isn't known to pose any threat to dolphins, or to compete with them for either food or territory. The working theory behind this is that dolphins do it to practice killing baby dolphins. Because, like many animal species, they practice infanticide. Dolphins also rape. A lot. If they can't gang up on a female dolphin and rape her, they'll rape a male. Returning briefly to penguins, they are energetically interested in sex. Like, beyond a clearly healthy interest in promotion of the species. They will target little chicks and corpses, and chimps. Like various other species, well, they practice infanticide. But both male and female chimps will tear apart a female chimp's baby and eat it in front of her. Seeing the baby chimp's life taken in this manner does drive the mother into estrus, a period of sexual receptivity and fertility. So a male might do it in an attempt to breed with her. But what's the benefit of a female chimp doing this? Is there any bright side, at least? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Growth through adversity? Current research published in March 2019 into Resilience and Post-Traumatic Growth points out that, although the theme of strength from adversity is attractive and central to many disciplines and certain cultural narratives, this claim lacks robust empirical evidence. Throughout human history, stories are told of people and groups surviving trauma, growing and coming back better than before. We grow through the pain, and suffering betters us. But research brings this increasingly into question. Yes, some people do more or less recover, more or less grow after experiencing post-traumatic stress, but it often doesn't happen. And when it does, it appears to involve ready access to support and resources to help rebuild from the ashes. Maybe some animals have differently structured brains that are more capable of bouncing back after unthinkable violations such as those mentioned here today. Maybe not. And some violations don't seem to be as profound as others. Perhaps replacement of a stolen penguin egg is no big deal. According to Liz Bonin, when an alpha male Barbary macaque takes a female's small child, this isn't distressing to any party involved, although it can appear otherwise to human onlookers who believe that they see this baby monkey crying out in distress. She points out that the male doesn't then terrorize the child. The mother doesn't frantically try to take the child back, and the incident is characterized by a lot of subtle communication, easily missed by observers of another species. How capable are humans of working out curious puzzles like this? After all, humans make a lot of fuss about being the smartest animals on Earth. But is this even true? Once humans feel that they've more or less figured out a solution, they tend to stick to it even when alternative or more successful solutions turn up. In recent Georgia State University research, human undergraduate students were compared to capuchin and rhesus macaque monkeys in a simple computer game. Once the humans figured out that clicking certain items in the right order would result in a victory, they continued to follow the same patterns even after the win condition was introduced earlier in the game. Approximately 70% of the monkeys took advantage of the opportunity the very first time it appeared, and 1 in 5 used the new strategy whenever they could. By contrast, only one of the 56 humans took the opportunity to instantly win when it first appeared, and not one human used the opportunity every time. The monkeys did take longer than the humans to figure out the initial solution, so it's not quite that humans are simply dumber than monkeys. By the time a human reaches an undergraduate level of education, they have been trained to think in certain ways, and perhaps to stick to what they know works, even in light of newer, better solutions. More research is needed. This and other studies reveal that humans aren't better at thinking, just different. And attempting to understand other species may help humans glimpse something vast. Not just how much people fail to understand other species, but perhaps even each other. As you look around the complex and diverse biosphere around you, you may appreciate the wonder of creation, but also be wrong about the whole thing. If the thought of this brings you down, share this video with someone else who needs that annoying smirk wiped off their face. And as always, thanks for watching Bad Discoveries.